Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today what I have for you is episode 4 of my Football Manager 23 save with #United. If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes on today's episode, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 900 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Since you were last with us, we've seen a lot of players leave the club because obviously they're on non-contracts, so we can't really do much about it. We're well over the wage budget, we're down to the absolute bare bones, and we're struggling, really badly struggling. I think the way that I've gone about trying to recruit players is how maybe a National League South or North club would, because I've never managed in Tier 8 before. I didn't really know how to manage the finances and I've managed them very wrong. So we'll be lucky to make it till the end of the season to not get sacked. We're still very much within the shout of getting into the playoffs, but at this moment in time I do think it is very unlikely. Make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well. Let's get into it. In terms of our transfer business then, Joni Vukac left the club on a permanent basis. Now, I did actually try and offer him a new contract when I got the notification saying that he'd had offers from another club and he would have failed to get a work permit. So we had to let him go. He has gone to somewhere over in, I'm going to presume that's Kosovo. Yes, he has gone over to somewhere in Kosovo. So, bit of a loss for us. I quite like Joni Vukac. That was a shame to see him move on, but he's on a part-time contract now on pretty decent money for this level. Goalkeeper James Philp also left the club on a free transfer. He's joined Ware on a deal until the end of the season on £40 a week. Again, he was only here on a non-contract. Did really poor. We brought in another goalkeeper who's not really done too much better, but he kept 2 clean sheets in 18 games, so not the end of the world there whatsoever. And he's gone there, you know, he's getting a fair whack of money for this level, to be fair. A big departure was Toby Aroma-Laren. He'd been playing a lot on our left midfield in our new formation. Unfortunately, he has also left the club. He got a part-time contract on £90 a week with Wimborne, and he decided that that would be the best for his career. He got 9 goal contributions in 26 appearances for us this season, which I think is pretty impressive considering he only started 15 of them. I was sad to see him go, really. You know, he had 4.5 star potential, but again, just one that we couldn't do anything about. If we were to offer him a contract, we couldn't afford it simply. We're well over the wage budget, so yeah, that was another one. That was a big shame to see him go. And the final departure, for now at least, was Eli Benoit. He has joined Loughborough Dynamo to be exact. 29 years of age now, again left on a part-time contract. Another player would like to keep. You know, he was our only backup centre-back and we've been being able to do a job at left-back. He was a pretty tidy player for this level. Struggled a lot, to be fair, this season. You know, wasn't great, only a 6.65 average rating, but he was an option in there. We've only managed to make the one signing as well. Henry Clark is coming on loan from Biggleswade Town, just a central midfielder who we're not having to pay any money for. We've been trying to get in loads of loan players, just anyone basically, anyone who wants to come to us and we don't have to pay money for. We've been trying to get in through the door. It's someone who can play central midfield. He got sent off as well on his either his first or his second game for the club, and yeah, that's one that's not gone down too well with the fans, as you would probably expect. In terms of how we've got on then since you were last with us, obviously the last game that you saw was this 4-2 win away at AFC Sudbury. Since then we had a 6-3 win at home to East Thurrock United before a 2-2 draw away at Coggles Hall in the Velocity Cup third round when we lost on penalties in there. We had a 1-0 defeat at home to Brentwood, a 3-1 defeat away at New Salamis, a 2-0 win away at Stowmarket, a 1-0 win at home to Wroxham, a 3-1 defeat at home to Coggles Hall. We also had a 1-0 defeat away at Malden and Tiptree, a 3-2 win away at Lowestoft, a 5-1 defeat away at Grays. In today's episode then, we have Bury Town at home. They're currently 17th in the table, and we also have Haybridge at home, who are currently first, top of the table, so not easy games. Here is the current squad. We're playing a 3-1-2-2-2 formation, or a 3-3-4 diamond wide custom, as Football Manager are labouring it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players from the academy who are all like 1-star current ability, because, like what I say, we're well over the wage budget. We're £118 a week over the wage budget. We've got no chance of trying to sign anyone else. I think the quicker we get to the summer transfer window, the better, so we can reinvest the money, get some of these players who've been offered permanent contracts out the door. We are still only 2 points outside the playoffs, but with the way our current form's going, I can't see us getting back in there. There's a bit of a gap between 4th and 3rd, so even if we do get in there, I can't see us winning it. Let's waste waste no further time then, get into the first match of today's episode at home to Bury Town. Here we have it then, here's how we line up for today's match at home to Bury Town. We've got Callum Taylor in goal, a back three of Wooldridge, Halford and Haysom, Cornhill, PK and Watson in the midfield, Pengteng on the right, Francis on the left and Miles and Teniola up front. On the bench we've got Harris, Clark, Akunja, Chadwick and Brown. Currently Grady Malenge is missing out through suspension, which is a little bit of a loss for us. We need a win here. We're really struggling after conceding 5 goals to a team like Grays. We were in the relegation zone before we went into that match. It's just not acceptable and it's not good enough, but I can only really hold my hands up. Obviously this is my first ever time managing at Division 8, so I have mismanaged the finances and I can hold my hands up for that and admit that I've made an error. If we get something out of this season, if we somehow scrape a promotion through the playoffs, that would be an incredible season. But I think we need to get into the summer, rebuild, really learn how the non-contract wages affect the wage budget, because I don't really understand how it works. Obviously if you've got Jermaine Francis on £150 a week part-time contract, then that counts to £150 a week towards your actual wage budget. As Ollie Miles is in early doors here and we're taking a lead inside 30 seconds. Max Cornhill with the assist. It's an 8th goal of the season for Ollie Miles. Hold that point about the wage budget as the Tags are in front inside the first 30 seconds of today's match. It was pretty easy for us. Cornhill ball over the top, the way we've been trying to play, get the ball in behind, get their defenders running back towards their own goal. Brilliant finish from Ollie Miles, who's underperformed for the large majority of the campaign. We're not going to complain about that one though. It's #1 Bury nil. But like what I was saying, I don't understand how the wage budget actually works with players who are on non-contracts. Is it appearance bonus? Is it half of the appearance fee? I don't really know. So if you know anything about how non-contracts wages affect the actual wage budget, please let me know down in the comment section down below, because I genuinely have no idea. Wooldridge now finds Cornhill. He finds a Pengteng. Rare start for him today, and he finds Watson. Wooldridge now clips it forward to Teniola. Already got 30 goals for us this season. A Pengteng now into the penalty area. He cuts it back. Teniola with the strike. Off the post. Cleared away by Kemp. A brilliant start from us here in the opening 8 minutes. We've been fantastic so far. Harry Haysom on the ball here. Sends it long looking for Ollie Miles. Doesn't win that header now. PK finds Lewis Watson. He looks over the top for Ollie Miles. In on goal once again. He shoots early doors off the post again. We've hit both posts now. All we need is the crossbar and we've done the perfect woodwork challenge. A Pengteng coming inside here. He finds Cornhill. PK humble now, back into Cornhill. He goes into Halford, clips it over the top, looking for someone. Well caught though by Bradshaw. 25 minutes on the clock here, still 1-0 to the Tags. As we approach the half-time whistle, we're going into it ahead after that goal really early on from Ollie Miles. Inside the first 30 seconds, we're going to tell him that I'm pleased we've created loads and the scoreboard reflects that. I'm not going to make any changes at the break. We're winning, that's all that matters. We'll get underway for the second half, give them some praise and hopefully more of the same. Francis, corner into the box. Paul doesn't beat the first man. Francis has been really underwhelming over the last couple of months or so as Cornhill finds himself on the ball here. Sprays it out wide into Lewis Watson. He looks over the top for a Pengteng. In behind, shoots or crosses, whatever it was. It's poor, it's wide. 2 minutes into the second half, still 1-0 and it will now be that goal kick for Bury. Clips long, looking for, I think it was Regan, something like that. A Pengteng now on the ball, looking for that ball through. Well cut out though by Gardner and he pumps it long. Haysom, he also pumps it long, looking for Francis. Cleared away though by Dudley. Now Barker will have a chance to drive forward down their right hand side. Ball clip forward, well cut out by Cornhill. Haysom now finds PK. He finds Watson. Brilliant football this from us. Cornhill looks long, poor ball though, and Gardner deals with that one. The goalkeeper goes long. Can we deal with this one? Halford's going to miss that. He has missed it, and Cade is in on goal here. Takes it on early, hits the crossbar. We've got away with one there. 3 minutes into the second half. It's been an action-packed start to both halves in this game. Free kick here for Bury. Dudley will take it. He looks for a short ball into Kemp. A little bit of room for him to clip one over the top. And they're in on goal here. For some reason, that's a strange header. Barker now. Ball into the box. Maybe it wasn't a strange header as Sal Cader levels things up for Bury. We've had all the chances. We've had all the play. We've not converted though. And we now find ourselves level with it all to do once again. It was far too easy for Bury to score that goal. This ball from Kemp was poor defending from whoever that is. At Halford maybe. Barker, great ball in. Halford's not tight enough. And Cader with a great finish into the back of the net. Taylor stands no chance with that one. It's #1, Bury 1. We need another goal now. Throw in here for Bury. Gardner finds Taylor. He's got room to turn out. Clement now on the ball. He goes into Emerson on a yellow card, but he sends it forward. That should be easy for Taylor to deal with, and he claims that one very nicely. 60 minutes on the clock, an hour gone. Taylor sends the ball forward, looking for Teniola. It's going to come near Ollie Miles there. Kemp gets his pocket robbed up by Ollie Miles, who scores his 9th goal of the season. A brilliant finish there from Ollie Miles. 2 goals in today's fixture, and with an hour on the clock, we are back ahead once more. It's as simple as that, really, in non-league. Just play the ball long. Defenders will make mistakes. Brilliant that from Ollie Miles, who, like what I mentioned earlier, has been a really underwhelming performer so far this season. He's got his brace, so 2 very important goals at this stage in the season, and I am now thinking about some substitutions, but the quality on our bench is... it's not great, to be honest with you. With just over 20 minutes left, we are now going to make some subs. Teniola's not really had too much of an impact on the game, so Andrew Brown is going to come on as an advanced forward. Young player, 17 years of age, I think. Currently 1-star current ability, but 5-star potential, Irish forward. So we'll be looking to develop him over the next coming seasons. Watson is having a good game, but he's going to come off here for Henry Clark, and Sam Harris is going to come on for Greg Halford, who has picked up a booking. Let's get into the final 20 minutes, and hopefully we can see this one out. Corner for us here, which Clark swings into the box towards that front post, cleared away only as far as Cornell. Poor touch there, and Gardner clears it down the line. Barker is going to have the pace here, surely on Harris. He does eventually get there. Can Harris stand him up? Barker cuts in, ball towards the back post. Taylor should deal with that one. He's come a long way to get that pass into Jermaine Francis. He clips one into the channel for Ollie Miles, looking for his hat-trick. Can he get a ball into the box here and maybe set someone up? He's going alone here, Ollie Miles. It's in there for Brown, and Andrew Brown has his 2nd goal for #United. He scored a couple of games ago when we originally promoted him into the first team, and he's popped up with a big goal in today's game. Gives us that 2-goal lead, and we're looking a lot more comfortable now going into the final 15 minutes of the game. Brilliant play though from Ollie Miles, and a great header from Brown, who looks to be bald at the age of 17, or has he just got really, really blonde hair? Interesting. Either way, we're 3-1 up. We'll give him some praise. No, we don't want to be removing there. That's the reason why we're playing well, is because we're getting stuck in. We're doing the hard tackles. I mean, look at the stats. This is a bit more of a performance I expect from us. We've been dominant from minute 1 to 90, and we deserve to be winning right now. With passes like that, though, from PK, it's not ideal. Miles there, strong tackle. Clark finds Cornhill. He looks over the top for Brown. Already got 1 goal in today's game. Heads it across. A little bit of lag there, but Bradshaw claims it easily. Into the final 60 seconds or so of today's fixture. Bradshaw will be looking to send this one long. If Bury want anything out of the game here, they need a goal now. Ball is headed well, though, by Harris. Clark now finds PK. He goes into Brown, looking for that ball through into Ollie Miles. Is this the chance for his hat-trick? It is! We've hit the crossbar, and somehow that's not gone in. 4 minutes ready time. What's going on here? Is it a goal kick? I've no idea. Anyway, 4 minutes is added on at the end of today's game. We are going to pick up the 3 points. A brilliant start to today's episode. I think that moves us back up into the playoff spots. I'm very happy with the result and the way that you played. We now face top of the league, though. If there's ever a time to face top of the league, it's after you've just scored 3 goals at home. Into the second game then of today's episode, at home to top of the table, Heybridge Swift. We line up with Taylor in goal, a back 3 of Halford, Milenge and Haysom, with Cornhill, Watson and PK in the midfield. Chadwick starts on the right with Francis on the left, Miles and Teniola up front. We need Ollie Miles to continue his goal scoring form. On the bench we've got Wooldridge, Clark, Akunja, Apengteng and Brown. We have actually made a couple more offers for some permanent and loan players, because if you're a little bit over the wage budget, why just be a little bit over the wage budget? If you're going to be over the wage budget, you might as well be a lot over there. So if we go out to spend loads of money and get good players in from now until the end of the season, then we'll just think about that in the summer when we're amassing debt. But we're playing top of the table. We play how we did in the last game. We'll get a good result out of this. A draw wouldn't be the end of the world, as Lowestoft have currently gone above us, and so have Coggleshall, but Coggleshall have played a game more. There is now a 3-point gap between us and 5th, so we could do with 3 points here. 3 points here will be massive. They're playing a 4-4-2 flat formation with Tommy Bradford in the midfield. We're going to get him scouted just because his last name's Bradford. I absolutely love that. 20 minutes on the clock. Nothing has happened so far. Still 3 points outside of the playoffs, so I don't think Lowestoft might be winning. I'm not really too sure. Anyway, first highlight of the game goes towards Heybridge. Ball comes into the box towards the back post. Big header there from Harry Haysom. Wilson now, no foul. Well done there, PK. Wins the ball back very nicely. Francis, he finds Miles. Looking to continue his goal scoring form. He loses the ball there, and Gordon plays it over the top. Easy claim though from Taylor. Approaching the half an hour mark. Taylor sends the ball long, looking for a hashtag player. No one's anywhere near that though, and it's easy for Haybridge to now bring the ball down and play out. Great switch out wide here into Kennedy Sinclair. He's going to look to take his man on, get to the byline. He's going to cut it back or shoot, whatever that was. It was well saved in the end by Taylor. Not a great start from us here. I think going into half-time at 0-0 would not be the end of the world whatsoever. If we can get a goal here though, that would be absolutely fantastic. We lose the ball and the ball is played in behind for Harvey to chase. He's got the pace to get there. Can we mark up in the middle? Lots of players going towards the ball there. Bradford now with a little bit of space. Wilson, ball in, back post, header off the crossbar, and Malenge is able to clear. We've got away with one there. That was really, really poor defending. Harvey now looking to get another ball into the box. It finds Noble on the edge. He's twisted and turning on a yellow card. Ball into the box looking for Kennedy Sinclair. Well caught though by Taylor. He looks to release Teniola, but that will surely see us through into half-time. It does. We're not playing bad, to be honest with you, so I'm not going to complain about how we're playing. We've been unlucky so far. We'll get underway for the second half, and hopefully we can maybe get on the score sheet. They will come forward here though straight away from kickoff. Wilson now. He finds Bradford. It feels weird calling a player Bradford. It's absolutely, bewildering to me that there is actually a player with the surname Bradford. Wilson now on the ball once again. He finds Gordon. Bradford plays a 1-2. Noble getting involved on the action now. Ball over the top here. We should be able to deal with that. We haven't. Fenner with the shot. He had the option to his left there to Kennedy Sinclair. He didn't play it. Shot, thankfully for us, goes over the bar. Corner ball here for Haybridge. Noble ball in. Taylor comes out early, collects it. Very nice. That's what I want more from the goalkeeper. To be fair, he started out a bit shaky, but over the last couple of months, I think Taylor has been a pretty solid addition. I'm very happy with his contribution. Ball over the top, looking for Watson. He's kicked that one a little bit too hard. And now Gordon, he finds Wilson into Harvey. Now a little bit of room for him. Has he got gloves on? That's interesting. Won't be accepted that at my football club. Harvey now still with the ball. Can he get one into the box? He does. Towards the back post. Header comes in, and Andy Fennell beats Greg Halford in the air. Shocking defending there from the former Premier League defender. And 5 minutes into the second half, the league leaders are in front. Really, really poor from us here. Haysom or Jermaine Francis just did not close him down. Harvey had loads of time to get the ball into the box. Halford didn't do enough there. Fennell is much smaller than Halford and he somehow won a header. That is absolutely shocking defending. I tell you what, Halford I think is a man who I'm going to release in the summer because he has not been good enough. Chadwick ball in, looking for Halford, and he's nearly got an assist there, and somehow the goalkeeper has kept that out. I think Halford has been really, really underwhelming and disappointing, although according to the ratings, he's been our best player in this game. Certainly don't agree with that. He's just been at fault for the bloody goal we've conceded. Noble with a little bit of room here. Shot comes in, but it's blocked only as far as Claridge. He comes into Noble. Back eventually into Lee. He clips it over the top looking for Price. Well claimed again though by Taylor. It's been a very long ball, scrappy game so far. We could do with an instant equaliser. Taylor now looking for Miles. Gordon underneath that one, and the ball is clipped back forward. Cornell wins it. Watson now finds Chadwick. Can we get the ball on the deck? Poor pass there though. Teniola loses the 50-50. Now Bradford picks it up. He goes back into Coulter. Little bit of time for him to pick a pass here, and he goes long looking for the ball into the right channel. Haysom brings that down, sends it back long looking for Miles, doesn't win the header. PK now, he clips one over the top again, just so scrappy in the game. Teniola, shot from distance, just over the bar. With an hour or so on the clock, I think I am now going to look to make some substitutions. It's not really working for us so far. I'm thinking about a change in formation. What that is, I don't know. I'm going to quickly try and cook something up, and we'll take it from there. So I think we're going to go to a 4-2-3-1 formation. We're going to bring Haysom off for Wooldridge to allow us to facilitate that change. A Peng-Teng is also going to come on for Chadwick on that right-hand side. We're going to save our final sub for now, as a fly's just flown past. I don't know if you're seeing that. 25 minutes left on the clock. Can we get an equaliser? Can we get a goal that gets us back into this game? It doesn't look likely, and I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to bring off the man who scored 31 goals for us this season and bring on 17-year-old Andrew Brown. Scored in the last game, and I think there's a chance that he could come on and score in this one. A different type of striker, not a physical target man, someone who looks to run in behind with that pace and hopefully try and get a goal for us. We're going to switch it onto attacking as well. Give them one last shout of encouragement. Can we get a late equaliser in today's game? 3 minutes added on. It looks unlikely, and it looks like Haybridge Swifts will be picking up all 3 points. Full-time whistle goes. #United 0. Haybridge 1. An unfortunate defeat, only losing 1-0 against top of the league is not the end of the world, but a loss is still a loss at the end of the day. Whether you lose 1-0 or 8-0, we still picked up 0 points. So quite frustrating. Overall, happy to get a 3 points, obviously, against Bury, but they're a team who are really struggling. We're now 4 points outside the playoffs, though. I think it's looking unlikely. There is how many games left? Not many. There's not only... Is there only 4 games left? Have I worked this out completely wrong and I've somehow ended up with only 4 games left? Please don't tell me I've had a nightmare here. I've had a nightmare. We might as well just come back for the final 2 games of the season, shouldn't we? Well, I guess in the next episode, which will be in 2 games' time, we'll find out how we finish the season. I am going to leave it there, though, for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 20 likes. As I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 900 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below to help boost the video in the YouTube algorithm. Before I leave you, we are delighted to announce the signing of Harold Joseph, central defender, coming in on £160 a week until the end of the season. He's coming in for the final 4 games plus potentially playoffs. We need to be better defensively. I think Harold Joseph is certainly that. Yes, it puts us significantly over the wage budget now. We're a good £400 a week over the wage budget, but that's not for me to sort. I'm not the one paying the bills at the end of the day. 27 years of age, looks like a pretty steady defender. Yes, he's only 5'10". Maybe I should have noticed that before, but he's only here for the next 4 games. Does it really matter? Potentially. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.